Okay, so today we'll be reviewing my Animation Challenge app. This app contains 4 different screens which highlight different challenges of animation using MIT App Inventor. So screen 1 consists of 3 different balls, and ball 1 moves left across the screen, ball 2 moves down across the screen, and ball 3 moves diagonal. Now this was done using a clock component, which you can see right here. Now the clock component is set to fire every 10 milliseconds, and every 10 milliseconds, as you'll see in my code, it is set to fire every 10 milliseconds. For ball 1, it subtracts the x value by its current value by 2. For ball 2, it subtracts the y value, it adds 2. And for ball 3, it subtracts the x by 2 and adds the y by 2. So if I pull up my emulator, once I click go, you can see that the balls start moving, and it's programmed so that once it detects an edge, it will automatically reset to the original x and y values. Moving on to screen 2. Screen 2 is the same idea, but instead of using a clock component, the built-in values of interval and speed are used. Now, speed, contrary to its name, is actually more of a distance meter, and the higher the speed, the longer the distance goes. An interval acts like the clock, where at a set interval, it moves at speed. So as you can see, same premise, ball 1 moves left, ball 2 moves down, and ball 3 moves diagonal across the screen. Click go, although it's much faster, you can see that once each ball hits an edge, it resets back to its original position. And ball 1, ball 2, and ball 3 will do that. Screen 3 is different in that it does not consist of two... Well, that's why it was spinner. Now, the use of spinner is that you can choose between multiple screens instead of just going one after another. So it's a good time to use spinner. So we'll select screen 3 from the spinner. Now, screen 3 is different in that instead of having 3 balls, they have 2 balls. Now, ball 1 is set to bounce infinitely back and forth across each edge. Ball 2, it stops in the middle of the canvas and bounces back. So if we press go, you can see that ball 1 goes all the way across the screen and bounces back, while ball 2 stops in the middle. It's programmed by setting the app to detect if the x value of ball 2 was half of the canvas. And in that case, it resets the heading back to the direction of the left. And once it hits the direction of the left, it resets heading back to the direction of the right. That goes on for an infinite amount of time. Now, screen 4, almost same premise, but a little bit different. Oh, spinner time. Now, screen 4 is designed so that the 2 balls are on the same line, but they collide. Now, this is done by using the other variable, which basically sets each ball to another existing object. And for ball 1, the other is set to ball 2, and when it sets to other basically means that if they collide, it will detect the other as an object. So once ball 1 collides the other, it's heading back to 180, which is left. And with ball 2, the other is ball 1, and it's heading back to 0. Now, ball 1 and ball 2 are set at different speeds and intervals, so you'll see a difference in the collision point each time. So we press go. You can see ball 2 is moving significantly faster than ball 1, and they collided about here. Now, as you can see next time, they'll collide here. And it's a gradual difference, but if I increase the speed more from, as you can see, move a little here, if I increase the speed exponentially for ball 2, you'll see it impacts at all different directions. Now, that concludes my Animation Challenge app. Thank you for watching, and good night.